Hello, give an update on my submuscular ulnar nerve transposition that I had done a couple days ago. We're pretty much 48 hours out now from the surgery, probably very, very close to that. It's Friday, almost noon. I had the surgery done Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Today, an update on pain, what to expect, soreness, that kind of thing. Today's been worse than yesterday. Yesterday's update, if you had watched that 24 hours after, said that pain was minimal, less than I expected. I would still say less than I expected, but it is much more sore today than it was yesterday. And you just can feel it more in the incision area and also the muscle area, mostly my pronator muscle up here at my forearm. I can really feel it right there at times. Part of that is last night when I was sleeping, I did wake up at one point in the night about 1 o'clock or 1:30 or something, and I was reaching for my muscle, and I remember as I woke up, you know how it is when you're waking up, I remember as I woke up I was like ow, ow, reaching for my muscle, and I was trying to pronate my arm down. I distinctly remember I could feel my wrist hitting my splint, and that was really sore, and so the pain of me trying to do that woke me up in a sharp pain in my muscle. It's an involuntary movement in my sleep. It's not something I did consciously on purpose, obviously. Can't really control that. The splint stopped my arm from moving like it should, but I still contracted that muscle, trying to turn that down. So then I went through a problem where I was like, oh shoot, did I tear something? Did a stitch rip? Or did I, whatever? I didn't call the office or anything. It doesn't really feel terrible today. There's no sharp pain in there. I can still wiggle my fingers good. So I figure, the splint did what it should. The doctor put enough stitches in there and sewed it up good that the muscles in there tight until it heals and everything. So but it did scare me a little bit. And like I said, that's something you can't really control that when you're sleeping. Everybody goes to sleep in one position, wakes up in a different position. It's just part of what you do in sleep. You change. But as far as how I have been sleeping, that's something to think about, because that is tough. I've been my wife's been sleeping in the guest bed, and I've been sleeping in our bed. We've got a bed that tilts up, front, feet and head and everything. So I've been tilting the head of the bed up, and then laying back and putting a pillow beside me under this elbow, and kind of trying to rest this elbow on the pillow, and then this part of my arm on top of my stomach there as I sleep, sling off obviously at that point. And that's been the best way I've found to sleep comfortably. That does put your incision point laying on that pillow though, which sometimes I do notice a little bit. I try to get it back a little bit to where it's not hitting, but falling asleep is tough sometimes, and getting in a good position to sleep. So more soreness today. I do alternate positions. Sometimes it feels better like this, standing up upright with my arm in a sling. Sometimes it feels better sitting in the reclining chair, taking the sling off and kind of resting the arm on top, may turn my body sideways a little bit. Then that makes the rest of my body sore and my neck sore, kind of looking at TV. So it's something to adjust to for sure. I intended to go into work today and teach. We're in in-person instruction. Like I said yesterday, I'm an elementary PE teacher, and we're only about half a day, so I would only be teaching about 3.5 hours. But I intended to go in, but then this morning whenever I woke up and I didn't sleep well last night and had the soreness in my arm, I thought I'll go ahead and give it another day. So with this being Friday, I figured that way I got the weekend, I can go back Monday, and hit it then. You have to adjust to doing things one-handed with this. Something to think about, if you're going into this surgery. I showered last night for the first time since the surgery. We had bought, I don't have the product with me, we had bought like an arm sleeve to go over my arm, and the opening on top was very, very small, and the silicone, and I told my wife I don't want to try to put that over this splint and stuff. It's too small of an opening. So we ended up getting a garbage bag, just a kitchen garbage bag, putting over, and then I had her help me. She did with some tape. We taped around the top here with some painter's tape to seal it out. And I, taking a shower, she helped me dry off. She had to help me wash my right arm. I couldn't wash my right arm with my right hand, so she helped me there. But otherwise, things you think about, you only have one arm, so if you're going into surgery, be mindful of that in terms of thinking about how you're going to start to do things, and you start to adjust to what you can do and what you can't do, but certainly something to adjust to. So still haven't had any prescription pain medication, just using ibuprofen. Even last night and this morning, I took a couple this morning when I woke up about 6 o'clock, and I grabbed a little nap there a little bit earlier because like I said, I didn't sleep real well, and it may take me a couple ibuprofen here in a little bit. I just ate lunch, so to help with swelling and inflammation and stuff, and also the pain, but trying to stay away from that Norco, as I mentioned before, if I can, and so far I've been able to, and I do intend to stay away from that. So, but anyway, soreness has gone today. We'll see what next few days bring. Still good wiggling of my fingers, still getting by. Long road to recovery. All right, have a good one.